Good afternoon to all. Our first chapter is over. I think all of them returned the examination well. Now we can pass on to the second chapter. It is a continuation of the first chapter. In the first chapter, we have already studied what is matter and the different states of matter, and later into fusion and evaporation, etc. Now we know that matter is anything that occupies space and mass. Matter is anything that has mass and it occupies space, or it has a volume. Like iron, chair, bench, desk, air, water, all are matters. Then came a question in your mind, what is not a matter? We studied what is matter. It has two qualities, mass and volume. What is not a matter? There is something in our nature that does not have mass and volume. It has no mass and no space. Can you say anything? Think. A thing which is not a matter. Not a matter means it does not have mass and it does not require space. Can you say? It is one shadow. The shadow of anything. Emotions like happy, angry, etc. Thoughts, what is your thinking? These are also, this does not require any space or mass. These are not matters. Then we already studied the classification of matter. Solid, liquid and gaseous state. Then there will be the fourth state for plasma and so on. That classification all based on the physical properties. But in physical properties, in appearance, its color, its shape, its boiling point, its melting point, or all physical properties. The first classification of matter is the physical properties of the matter. Now we go to the next chapter. In the first chapter, we have studied that solids. This is a solids. When I came to touch it, I remember one thing. This is a solid. We studied that solids cannot be compressible. It cannot be compressible. But sponge, though it is solid, it can be compressible. Why? It can be compressible. What is the reason? Instead, we have already studied. This is a solid material. We studied that solid materials cannot be compressible. But this is compressible. Why? Because there are so many tiny holes, tiny air holes in it. So this is reason for sponge we can compressible. Now let us go to the next chapter. Is matter around us pure? Our main name is pure. When you purchase any things from the nearest bakery range shop, its cover it is written as pure. What does it mean? The manufacturers of the biscuit company or any other company or any other bakery items, it is written pure. It means it has no adulteration. It contains nothing and harmful to our health. That means in Malayalam, mayam kalarnattiല്ല. But according to chemists, the word pure means entirely different. As a chemistry student, we are also studying what the chemists think. Pure means only one kind of particles. In chemistry, pure means one kind of particles. Pure means one kind of particle. If there are more than one gate, it may or may not be pure. In this chapter, we are going to study this. Matters are, in the first chapter we have studied, they are classify the matter according to their physical properties. In this chapter, we are going to classify the matters according to their chemical properties. Matter can be again classified according to their chemical properties. The first classification is pure substance and mixtures. Matter is divided into pure substances and mixtures. Now we are first going to study about pure substance. I already said that pure means that contains only one kind of particles. For example, this is an iron nail, Fe. It contains a pure substance. Why? It contains only iron atoms. This iron nail contains only, what is the symbol of iron Fe? It contains only iron atoms. So it is pure. Pure substances are those which contains only one kind of atoms. You can see another like water. This water is also pure. Why? It contains only water molecules. It contains only water molecules, H2O molecules. Therefore, there are those substances which contain only a same kind of particles or same kind of molecule. This is what's the reference to this? Iron, this is an element. At the same time, water is a compound. Though it is a compound, it is contain only one kind of, same kind of particles. These are pure substance. A substance, what's a pure substance? Substance which consists only one kind of particles. Substance means it consists only one kind of particles. It consists only one kind of particle. Or it is the pure single form of a matter. Pure single form of for example, water. Water is pure. What is a pure substance? Why? It is a pure single form of matter. It contains only H2O molecules. H2O molecules only. Then, do you see what is it? Sugar. Sugar is a pure substance. It contains only sugar molecules. Do you know the chemical formula of sugar? C12H22O11. It is a pure substance. You know, this is common salt. What do you mean by common salt? Carium. What's the chemical name? Sodium chloride. It is also a pure substance. So, why it is called a pure substance? It is a pure single consists only one kind of particles. This contains only NaCl particles only. So, it is a pure substance. Do you know this? This is potassium permanganate. This potassium permanganate, this is potassium permanganate. It is also pure. Do you know the chemical formula of potassium permanganate? KiMnO4. Why? It consists only KiMnO4 molecules only. So, we can come to a conclusion, what is a pure substance? A pure substance consists only one kind of particle. That is a pure single form of a matter. Iron, because in that iron we contains only iron particles. Then we can see that many other, this is magnesium ribbon. This is magnesium metal. It is also pure. It consists only empty atom. The symbol of magnesium is only empty magnesium atoms only. So it is also pure. Then what are the examples of pure? We have seen that element, the elements like iron, gold, silver. The gold and silver, you know that. What's in gold? The ornaments in your hand or your neck are made up of almost gold. It's only gold particles. And when you enter the kitchen, what materials you can see? You can see a number of items that common salt, sugar, vinegar, and the vessels which are made up of aluminium, iron, etc. are pure. Then there comes the question, what we say that iron is an element. At the same time, water is a compound. This element and the compound, pure substance can be again divided into elements and compounds. Pure substance can be again divided into elements and compounds. What is it? Iron is an element. What is it? Water is compound. What is the difference between iron is an element? We have already know that there are 118 elements discovered here. At the same time, number of compounds is more than crores. Then what's the difference between element and a compound? In the periodic table, the coming classes, you have to study our periodic table. Then in the periodic table, these elements are arranged in a special form. The iron atoms, the particles of this element cannot be split up into simpler particles. The iron atoms cannot be it cannot be again divided into simpler. This iron nail is made of so many iron atoms. These iron atoms. Here, this atom is only one kind of atom. These atoms cannot be divided into simpler particles. That's called element. Element means its atoms cannot be split up into simpler atoms. At the same time, it's a compound. What's a compound? What's the formula of this? H2O, water. Water means forms. What's water? In which hydrogen and oxygen, two or more elements, chemically combined in a fixed ratio. That's the ratio of 2:1. Hydrogen, 2 atoms, at the same time oxygen, 1 atom. That is the difference between these H2O molecules cannot be separated by physical methods or physical activities. It can be chemically, it can be to provide the electrons of water, we get hydrogen and oxygen. But now we have to study what is the difference between elements and compounds. Elements are made up of atoms which cannot be split up into simpler particles. At the, compounds, what are compounds? Two or more elements chemically combined in a fixed ratio. Chemically bonded in a mixture. For example, water, hydrogen and oxygen are chemically bonded. This bond cannot be separated easily. It is chemically bonded in a fixed ratio. In the case of sodium chloride, common salt. This is common salt. It is a compound. What is formula? NaCl. Here we can say chemically bonded, chemically combined. Two or more elements. Two or more elements. What's meaning two or more elements? In sugar molecule. What's formula of the molecule? C12H22O11. Here there are three elements. What's the ratio of combination? Carbon is to hydrogen is to oxygen is equal to 12 is to 22 is to 11. This is also a pure substance, a compound. A pure substance or a compound. The word compound means two or more elements chemically combined in a fixed ratio. If there are, in the case of sodium chloride, two sodium atoms cannot be combined with one chloride atom. If two sodium atoms is taken, it can one sodium atom combines with the one chloride atom. The second, there is no chloride. The second chloride atom, the second sodium atom is taken is remain there. They combine in a fixed ratio. This is the difference between what elements and compounds. So we must identify the pure substance are elements and compounds. Can you give the examples of elements and elements? In atmosphere, there is oxygen. It's an element. It's got only oxygen atoms only. Oxygen, nitrogen, iron, gold. What's the symbol of gold? Au. The chemical name of gold is aurum. A-U-R-U-M. Aurum. Silver, Ag. Magnesium, Mg. These are elements. The atoms of this contains only nitrogen nitrogen atoms. Nitrogen atoms cannot be further divided. Nitrogen atoms cannot be further divided into split up into simpler particles. Nitrogen atom is the nitrogen molecule is made up of so many nitrogen atoms. These nitrogen atoms cannot be divided into simpler particles. So at the same time, what are the compounds? Water. This water means pure water. Normally, at the same time, seawater. Seawater is a compound, but it is not pure. Sugar, NS, salt, NaCl, sugar, C12H22, O11. Similarly, glucose. These are all so many compounds. You are studying different classes. You are studying different compounds. All the compounds are individually taken. They are pure. Then you know what is the pure substance means. Pure substance means that consists only one kind of particles or same kind of particles. It may include either elements or compounds. They cannot be in compounds. The individual elements cannot be separated easily. Then we came to the next mixture. What do you know about mixture? Can you say anything about mixture? This is water. This is NaCl. We add we add NaCO, sodium chloride or salt in a water and shake well. What is this? NaCl solution. NaCl solution. Is this an 11 or a compound or a mixture? It's a mixture. Why? Sodium chloride solution is, we call sodium chloride solution mixture. Why? It contains more than one kind of particles. It contains sodium chloride solution contains more than one kind of particles. What are they? NaCl particles and at the same time water particles. So it is known as a mixture. It's a solution as well as it is a mixture. Similarly, if we add a sugar solution, sugar into water, we also get sugar. It is also a mixture. Then, can you examples? Mixtures. The soil. You go out of your room or house and the front yard of your house, then you look around. You can see a number of things, stones. Number of things means living things and non-living things. Stones, woods, soil, rainwater, then sand particles. You can see when you look around, you can see a number of things, number of materials, number of matter around your house. These matters you carefully observe, you can see that. For example, soil. Do you know what soil is? Soil is where we cultivate things. You see soil. This is also soil. I take the soil from surroundings. What does it contain? It contains sand particles, slit particles, and rainy clay and moisture. It contains minerals and the soil in our surroundings contain a number of particles. It is also a mixture. The seawater. In the seawater, you know that you go to any beach and put your leg in the seawater, where we can also not only the water molecules, as well as in the water molecules there are NaCl, sodium chloride, and potassium chloride, and so many minerals were also dissolved in the water. So, seawater is a mixture. The rainwater we get from our ponds or well is a pure, and say the seawater is a mixture. It contains so many minerals. Like this, the seawater, the soil, sugar solution, then salt solution, etc. mixtures. These mixtures can be again divided into two: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. You can see what are they? Mixtures can be divided into what are they? Homogeneous mixtures. And second type is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous. What's the meaning of the word homo? Homo means same. Hetero means different. First of all, we can say that what is mixture? Mixture contains two or more kinds of substance mixed in a mix. They can be separated easily. Then the different parts of the mixture shows different qualities. That is the main difference between a pure substance and a mixture. For example, the pure substance, they all in any portion, it will be the same. But in mixtures, different portions have different qualities. These mixture can be again divided into two: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Homo means same. Sodium chloride solution, it's a homogeneous mixture. What is it? It has the same property all throughout the solution. It has same property all throughout the solution. At the same time, soil, it is a heterogeneous system. By in different, you take different soil from different parts of your courtyard and you test it. In some places there are more sand, some places there is more clay, in some places there is a water is moisture is, then other places there is no moisture. So this is the heterogeneous mixture. At the same time, this is a homogeneous mixture. For example, we can also see that this is potassium permanganate. We have this potassium permanganate, KMnO4. Potassium permanganate is a compound. Why is a potassium compound? It contains only potassium permanganate particles, KMnO4 molecules. This is water. Water is also a compound. Then what we do? We mix potassium permanganate to this and then stir the well. It is a homogeneous solution. Why? It is a homogeneous mixture. Why? All the properties are same throughout the solution. It is homogeneous solution. KMnO4 solution, sugar solution, salt solution are homogeneous solution. At the same, what are heterogeneous? The different parts of the mixture shows different properties. Soil, seawater, then oil and water. Today itself, you take some water and add some oil to it, then shake well. Do you see? Does it mix well equally, evenly distributed? No. Oil is on the upward, some particles on the downwards. So different parts shows different properties. So oil and water, it's a heterogeneous. In your daily activities, can you say example? You know that in all schools, students wear uniform. In normal working days, all the students, that means we can say the particles, are different size and shape of the students may consider as different size and shapes. Therefore, if all of them wear, there is, that's a uniform composition. That is a homogeneous. Then in certain schools, in every Wednesday or in any honor holiday or Christmas celebration, the students can wear colorful dress. There we can see that some of them wear yellow dress, some of them wear white, red, yellow, different colors. Or when the assembly is conducted on the ground, we can see that different colors. That is an example of heterogeneous. Not the example, you can understand what is homogeneous and heterogeneous. If all the students wear the same uniform, we can look all the particles on wear the same. But where there are students wearing a colorful dress, we know that all of the students not wear the same colorful dress. Which color you may like, you may do that. That is that the heterogeneous mixture is like this. Then what can we conclude? A uniform means same. A uniform composition. In a homogeneous system, we can see a uniform composition. At the same time, in heterogeneous system, here is a non-uniform. There is a non-uniform composition, that's a heterogeneous mixture. Then what are the things we already studied? You have already studied four things. Pure substance, like matter can be, according to the chemical properties, matter can be divided into two, pure substance and discharge. What are pure substance? Pure substance are those which consists same kind of particles. Pure substance are the pure single form of a matter. Pure substance is pure single form of a matter. Only one kind. It consists, the pure substance consists one kind of particles, the same kind of particles total. And it consists, pure substance is divided into elements and compounds. What are elements? The particles of the elements. Elements are made up of particles, atoms. The atoms, elements are made up of the same kind of atoms that cannot be divided into, that cannot be split up into simpler particles. That is elements. At the same time, compounds. What are compounds? In compounds, two or more elements chemically combined in a fixed ratio. Water is a compound. Which elements are water made up of? Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. What is the ratio? 2:1. Hydrogen, 2 atoms and oxygen. That is chemically bonded, chemically combined. That cannot be. This bond, the bond between hydrogen and oxygen cannot be separated, cannot be break. So there's a compound. These compounds and elements and compounds are pure substance. Then we came to mixture. They actually, do you know how it is occur? It is occur like here, you purchase mixture from the bakery. They actually, the mixture name is this chemistry word, mixture. Then you break the packet, then what you can see, then you break the packet, you can see a number of, in the mixture packet, you can see more than 4 items in there, not in a fixed ratio. They can be, we can easily separate each one by a hand picking. Hand picking, the mixture from the bakery, you purchase for touchings. Okay, you can separate the contents into 4 or 5 items by hand picking. That's, when they are together in the packet, it's called mixture. Mixture means it contains more than 2 items. So it is called, its name is this mixture. That's a mixture. That's a mixture. But that's an example. You can get an idea about what is a mixture. It contains more than 2 items, more than 2 particles. So in bakery mixture, there are 4 or 5 items there. That can be separated by physical methods. Physical methods like distillation, evaporation, that can be separated by hand picking. We can easily separate the components of the constants of the mixture. This mixture can be classified into homogeneous mixture and a heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means it is same, a uniform composition throughout the mixture. A uniform, equally distributed. The particles are equally distributed among them. That is uniform composition. That contains that is homogeneous. That at the same time, heterogeneous mixtures are a non-uniform composition. That also contain more than 2 items. For example, soil. Soil, we know that water, soil, sand, clay, slate, etc. They are not the same in all the places. All the places they contain, but they are not the same ratio. They are not a uniform composition. So it is called what's called heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. Let us we can see the general classification what we have studied it. Matter can be divided into pure substance and mixtures. Pure substance can be again divided into elements and compounds. Mixture can be again divided into homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Give examples for each of and find definitions for them. Let us see the examples of these elements: oxygen, sulfur, iron, etc. Compounds: water, sugar, salt, etc. Homogeneous mixture. Example: salt solution, KMnO4 solution, etc. Heterogeneous: soil, seawater, etc. They are heterogeneous mixtures. Now, let us discuss 3 questions from this part. First, classify the following into elements and compounds. Classify the following into elements and compounds. Oxygen, nitrogen, salt, sugar, gold. Second, classify the following into homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Classify the following into homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Water, sugar solution, aerated drinks. What do you mean aerated drinks? Cola drinks. Iron plus sulfur. Iron filings, iron powder plus sulfur. Then one more question: distinguish between compounds and mixture. Then you may type as a question: classify the following into elements and compounds. You may today itself you read the passage, take a notebook and write out the question as well as answers. There is 2 separate columns. The top there is written as elements and the second there is written as like this: elements and compounds. The elements are taken out right here and the compounds are taken here. You can add the oxygen, that is element or compound. Oxygen is element, nitrogen is element, salt compound, sugar compound, AU, the similar bodies also. You can add more to the list. Then the second question: classify the following into homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. There is no doubt we have that the properties are same throughout the material. It is a homogeneous. Water, it is a homogeneous mixture. Sugar solution, sugar is a homogeneous mixture, but sugar solution is not a homogeneous. There is sugar particles as well as water particles. Aerated drinks, aerated drinks in soda, cola, all drinks are aerated drinks. That is that is a heterogeneous. There is water, coloring materials, carbon dioxide, etc. That is a heterogeneous mixture. Then there is iron, filings, and sulfur. Iron powder and sulfur. That is also a heterogeneous mixture. Then one more question. What is the difference between compounds and mixtures? What is the first one? Compounds. In compounds, two or more elements chemically bonded. They are chemically combined. At the same time, not chemically combined. In mixtures, there is no compounds. The components are the constituents are chemically combined. At the same time, the particles are not chemically combined. In compounds, all the compounds are homogeneous. Properties are same throughout. They are homogeneous. In mixtures, there may be either homogeneous or hetero. Here in the compounds, the particles are only one kind of particles. In compounds, only one kind of particles. In mixtures, more than one kind of particles. More than one kind. Then the other difference is it can be separated only by chemical process. The constituents, the components are separated only by chemical process. At the same time, the components of mixture can be separated by physical methods. These three questions you may answer. Today is you read the passage and try to answer the question, not try to answer the question. Read the passage and write the questions as well as answers in your notebook. Today is the main part of the difference between compounds and mixtures. In compounds, two or more elements. First of all, you may write an example. Then you can, by noting the properties of the example, you can write down the properties, the difference between compounds and mixtures. Compounds contain two or more elements. They can be chemically bonded. For example, water, hydrogen, oxygen are chemically bonded. At the same time, no chemical bond between the component particles. They are homogeneous. Their properties are same throughout. It may be either homogeneous or heterogeneous. The same only. Compounds only one kind of particles only. At the same time, there is more than one kind of particles. The compounds can be separated only by chemical process only. At the same time, it can be separated by the physical method. You may try to find out more examples from your. First of all, you walk to your kitchen and note the materials kept in your different plastic tins and the materials which are made up of, and try to find the chemical names of each substance and try to classify whether it is an element or it's a compound or is a mixture. If it is a mixture, it is a homogeneous mixture or a heterogeneous mixture. While you are making tea, tea is a what kind of mixture, or coffee, it is a what kind of mixture. So you can clear the idea, then you will never forget it. We can see the next class. Okay, thank you.